Hey everybody, welcome back to Tavern Master. With the blue and the red room looking pretty close to being complete, I've added a little bit onto our adventurers room with some bookcases, and I think it's time that we get into the researchers now that we've finished them. So I'm thinking a little bit of a room here in the corner before we head to the upstairs. So let's get some walls in here and we'll just go with something straight across there. Probably a 2x3 is plenty fine. We'll go with a door right there and then with some wall textures. I'll just rotate that around, get these all done, and then we'll do the textures on the outside. And for out here, we're just going to go with this one with the wood on the top. Now, what we should be able to do is create some stairs up right here. And we're going to go with this round staircase. Let's get it this way and butt it right up against there. Now, for this little crevice, what I was thinking is we've got all of the different parties that we do. One of the parties is a battle victory celebration, and I've been in places where in corners like this, they store decorations. So that's what I want to do in there is store some decorations. And what I want to do is place some suits of armor here, kind of like we're storing them for an event. There we go. That looks good. That brings us up to 35k prestige. That's absolutely insane. Now for in here, we need the desk, and I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. I'm thinking we go with 4 of them for this room. We'll butt them right up against the corners there. We'll go with these lights and we'll just put one on each of the 2 walls. Let's start with the bookshelves themselves, and what we could do, we'll switch it this way and we'll get them right up against the corner here. We'll drop one there, we'll leave us a walkway between it, and we'll go with one there. We'll do the same right here. Leaves us a little bit of room in the middle. I think we go with 2 more like that. That seems like it's becoming a very tight little work area. I don't think we want to do something like that. I think it would be a little too tight. And maybe I went a little too overboard, and maybe we should get rid of these 2. We need something for the walls. It doesn't look very homely in here. Let's do some pictures, give them some kind of motivational things to look up at. We'll do one different picture on each wall, as we've got a few of them in there. We'll go with this one right here, and on this one, let's go with this painting right there. It's getting closer. I think we're getting close. I think we still need something else for in here. Maybe what we need is some books to kind of go this way, and we'll throw a couple on each of the walls here. I think we're pretty solid in here. Maybe we throw some squirrels by the entryway, and with that, we have just spent like 14,000 right off the bat. That's a pretty expensive day. Let's get some researchers hired up and we'll start working on our research. All right, with all of our researchers all in place, let's get barrels going, because with barrels we'll be able to get our next major thing. I think we have to swap it over. There we go. This will be something that will enable us to not have to fill every crate every night. And speaking of crates, what I was thinking we were getting when we got the kitchen items level 2 was our next kitchen, but in fact what we got was the ability to level up our items. And what this will do is increase our capacity from 50 to 60 for the trunks. It gets us an extra 20 for the bottom floor. For the counter here, it increases the capacity for plates from 6 to 12, and then the grill enables us to have 2 chefs working there at the same time. And for the cauldrons, it enables us to cook 5 to 6 soups in each one of them. I don't think that we need to cook more, as we're not really running into problems with soups quite yet. And that brings us to the upstairs. Now, I did kind of set everything in place, and we're just gonna start placing down some of the basic things, getting ready here. And the first thing that we want is our bar, and we'll get it right there. That will kind of get us the entryway to this area. And then I want to store up a lot of money and kind of get the next couple of researches done, because I want the kitchen, the grill, the chopping, and the soup prep all before I start with up here. All right, so our bar capacity is 120 112. So I'm thinking we've got 21,000, and our research, we did finish the extra kitchen, but we haven't finished the fireplace, grill, or the soup or shopping table yet because they require so many gold customers. And so at 112, if we wanted another party for gold customers, we could get another battle victory condition, or we could go for a pirate gathering if we can get another room for 8 more. So I think it's time that we head to the upstairs and we start up here. Now I did hire up the people for the bar, and our kitchen area is going to be right here. So we're going to need lights first, and we're just gonna go, let's go with the chain lamp, and we'll go with them on each of the sides here. That will get us started. For the kitchen itself, we're gonna need the counter. Let's get that spun around, and we'll just leave an area there for the waitresses to kind of slide by and the cooks to slide by. For the plate shelf, let's throw it like right on the edge there. The counter we need the crate boxes, but we're gonna go with the Tech 2 crate boxes. Let's throw both of them kind of right there in the corner. That will get us at least those, so that this area should be good. And then the soup, we definitely want to have our 3 cauldrons. We're just going to go for the upgraded cauldrons right away, and we'll throw them right in the center. And the rest we're going to have to wait for, because we're going to need another grill up here, and we're going to need all the soup prep items. Now the bar, we're going to upgrade that all the way pretty much right away, and that will get us all of the things up here. We'll refill that, and then we need crates. I did place the crate down below. Oh, I should have told you that. I placed the crate right here. It's kind of tucked out of the way, makes it look like it's meant to be that way. And I think we're going to do the same thing right here, where we tuck the crates right here. So let's get that. I believe it's under specials, under crates, and we just throw that right there. And we have no fire extinguisher up here, so we'll get a couple of those, and we'll throw them, I'm thinking, right outside the room here. So we'll go with just one there and then one over here. 11,000 isn't enough for seats for up here for me to go with the bigger table, as they're 1,500. But if I start with some of the cheaper ones, I can start filling in, and then what I can do is I can slowly transition them. For right now, I want this area up here to be about the same as below, about 112. So I'm going to start throwing tables on the outside, and I'm just going to start with the cheap tables just to start with. Now, you know what? Let's start with 5 rows there. We'll throw 5 rows kind of down here, and on this side maybe we go with 1 extra there, seeing as how this goes a little bit further. Let's get this chandelier, the candle stand, and for right now I'm just gonna throw it kind of in the middle of the room and see how many I need to kind of fill the entire room. And then what we'll do is we fill in the tables. We'll look at moving them around. Got a little bit of money left. Let's start filling in the benches. Look at that, we have a couple dark areas. That's why I wanted to throw the lamps down first. All right, now that those tables are filled, I'm thinking on this wall right here, I want to go with something a little bit smaller. With the tables over here, I want to go with the luxury ones. And what I'd really like to see is, we've got like the luxury tables right here where it's got the red covering. I'd like to see something like that with the round table. I don't know if these guys are still advancing the game or not, but that's what I would like to see. And we'll go with 4 of them across here, a nice balcony view there, and we only get 1 seat a piece, so we got to go with something a little bit better with that. And we'll go just with the luxury stool there. All right, so it's wide open right now. We've spent the majority of our money. Let's see what that kind of brings in for the day, and let's go ahead and plan the next party for 2 days out. We're going to go with the pirate gathering. Ooh, and look at this. We have 2 thieves now. So I don't think we get to hire up another person. And look at this. We have no decorations. That's weird. And they're stealing 2 barrels. Oh, those greedy guys. All right, let's skip that. Let's replace those real quick as we get started in our day here. Oh, and we don't have money because we did all the upgrades. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're starting our pirate's adventure. And look at that. They look like captains. I guess this guy might look like a pirate. But a lot of these look more like captains than they do like pirates. I guess this one looks like it could be an adventure. We have, where I live, we've got a couple of different medieval festivals, and I could see this being a kind of medieval festival. All right, for upstairs, we've got all of our our pirates in. Let's go up here, see how this looks, and look at that. They're all focused around the edge like we want them. And with that, we should finish the fireplace grill. Now, money is coming in at a pretty good rate. I think we're getting about 9K a day now. Shouldn't be too much longer before we're able to do pretty much all of the things. We do have something in here. I have an average food rating, and we'll take that. Unlocks that next recipe. Wow, I didn't see how much that was for, but that moved us a huge chunk towards the next goal. All right, customers are starting to leave, and that finishes up our research. From here, I definitely think that we start on food prep, and we'll go with that next, and then we'll go to the chopping table. And after that, it unlocks unlimited bars. Let's go ahead and finish up the day, see what this day brought for profits. I don't think it's going to be as good as a regular day. All right, end of day. So we made 7,000. We spent 5,200. A lot of that had to do with the fact that we did some adventures trying to fill up our baskets. We're up to 164 seating, so we can pretty much do any party that we want now. So let's go ahead and throw down the next item in the kitchen, as we can now get that Tech 2 grill over here. Let's spin it around and throw it over by the wall here. It's overlapping. I think it's too close to the lamp, maybe. Maybe we'll go a little bit closer. And then for decorations for in here, I didn't really decorate this, but I think that we get a coat hanger for them. There's the coat rack. Let's throw that right there. We also have an apron rack. Maybe we throw an apron rack on this side over here. I feel like they need something else in here. Maybe some pictures to kind of bring it together. Let's do a spice rack right there. Let's do a hanging, what looks like a meat rack. Yeah, it's a sausage rack there. There's garlic. Let's get that one over on this wall over here. And we'll just throw that boy right there. There we go. It's starting to look like a proper kitchen. We might have to do some more playing around over here, because now that these are on the walls, I'm not liking the mugs. It's definitely starting to look like a proper kitchen. Now for in here, I do think that we want it kind of a big party area, so we want to start getting some of the bigger tables. Let's get one right here that will leave a walkway this side, and we'll get one here that will leave a walkway in between, and we'll do the same thing on this side over here, where we just leave a little bit of a walkway in between. And then for seating, for right now, I'm just going to throw the basic benches on there. Let's grab these, move them a little bit further out. It does look like they're still shining into the corners, which is good. Let's throw that one right there. And does that leave me enough room here in the middle for yet another table? And it does. So let's see if we can get this matched up right in the center. And we'll throw one there, and then we'll just get those seating done for the moment. And then we got to get a band up here for our people. We know we're going to have chairs on the middle here. Let's get the musicians podium right here. We'll get that going, and we'll just go with a full band for up here. And look at that. It's really coming together. So now it's just going to be the transition of making it look all professional with the better tables. Let's hit the next day. Let's see what the next day brings and see if we get this all filled up. Oh man, even with the prices as high as they are, we're up to 434 customers, because I did a little bit of playing around in the books here to kind of keep our people per day at bay. And if we increase it any further, it knocks us down to like 196. So I don't want to increase it any further now until we've got this maxed, but we're at a pretty good price here, with things like mead being as high as 12 a piece. That's crazy. Looks like I might have messed it up, seeing that I adjusted the price midday, but it does look like we're hitting noon and this is getting filled up. We move to the upstairs, and look at that. We are just absolutely chocked packed up there. Let's see what the end of day brings us to how many people we can hold, and then we'll plan our next event. I'm thinking we're ready for the Viking themed party. Get us a little bit closer. We don't have the recipe unlocked yet, or maybe we go with the executioners, because we should be high enough for that 130, and that will kind of unlock the next things that are needed for these research. Granted, we are plugging away on the research points and the people, so it's only a matter of time, and then we will definitely be getting them. All right, so the end of day came. We're at 212. We're at 98 capacity. We made 9,000 for the day. We only spent about 4,000 between all the different salaries. We're doing good, so we should be able to plan that next event for Saturday. Let's go ahead and get an executioner's meetup, and what we'll do is we will switch our research right before that to the chopping table. That will get us kind of close to the soup prep. Probably tomorrow we'll finish out both the research and the common customers. I will just leave the rare customers for the next day. All right, so it's the day of our party, and look at this. We've got all of our executioners in here. So we did switch up the research to the chopping table. We're almost done with the soup prep, and then we'll get the chopping table. I'm thinking that for in between episodes, I think that I pick up the new floor so we can start working on the upper floor in the next episode. And look at this. I just kind of want to see how the day plays out and see how much profit all of these executioners bring. I don't know if there's any executioner-based themed decorations we can get. There we go. We got 1,000 from all the different things. We upgraded a menu item, probably our mushroom soup. Yeah, so we'll get that leveled up. I think that was the third upgrade, so we've done it a few times. There's a few things like the smoked ham where we've only done it a couple of times. Trying to run these in between episodes as much as possible, seems that they're not very, I don't know. It just seems like it's pretty repetitive watching customers sitting here, but I think this is a good spot to call this episode. I'd like to thank you guys for joining, and we will see you in the next episode of Tavern Master.